Hey everybody, I'm having a lot of people ask questions about our pineapples and growing pineapples, and I'm not going to claim to be any expert at pineapple growing, but we have over 100 plants in our yard with pineapples growing on them. So I thought I would maybe start a little video blog. I have no idea what I'm doing. On some suggestions on how you can grow your own pineapples in your backyard. We cut the tops off a pineapple after it's grown and plunk it in the ground. Our soil is very porous, it's very dry, very sandy. It doesn't have a big root, so it just multiplies. And Steve would be petrified if he knew you saw this with all these weeds. But this is what they look like on the plant. They're too green to pick right now. Don't pick them green because then they're sour. But when you want to grow one, you can put it in a pot. The plants get rather large. I've heard it said that you need 2 plants because they cross-pollinate. I don't know. They're air plants, so they just keep producing and keep producing. So those are single plants. I'm gonna walk over here and show you. Don't look at the yard. We're in the middle of a project. I'm gonna show you the what happens when they get suckers on them, where they produce another plant on the plant. So, okay, here's a good example. You have the plant here, but another plant coming off of that. You can break that off and plunk it in the ground, and you'll get another pineapple off of that in about 3 years. You have to be extremely patient. That's all I did. I just plunked that right in the ground right there. There's another sucker plant on there. Okay. They get all different sizes. They like sun. They like shade. It's just really, like I said, I don't know how to explain it. But that's what they do. I'm going to show you what it looks like when we put them in a... Here's some more around our pool. When we put them in a pot, okay, we've thinned these out, plunk them in a pot. Look how large this one is. This is just a humongous plant. I kind of hate it actually because it grows over the pool deck, but there's probably about a dozen pineapples right there. Squirrels love pineapples, and they'll get to them and they'll eat them I showed you that one that was a little bit yellow, and they'll want to eat it when it gets just yellow. So you play this waiting game, this tag game, to get your plant before the squirrels do. So if you do have to pick it a little green, if you cannot wait for it to get yellow enough on the plant, it's the sweetest if you do, then you play this game of get the pineapple before the critters do. There's a bunch of water in this, but it doesn't need water. Okay, it doesn't need water, but it just needs a little bit of soil. I just plunked this in here because I was lazy. And you can just plant it in a pot and it'll grow. They get, like I said, they get very large. But they don't need a lot of soil. They're air plants. So you can plunk one in there. This is just another one without any soil. I just cut the top off and put it in there. It'll get little You know how when you take a potato and cut it off and it'll get little strings on it, roots on it, so to speak? It'll do that, but you don't have to do that. Again, this is how we do it. We've been doing it for 28 years, I guess. And I'm going to show you one more plot. I stepped in a hole. I'm going to show you one more little place where we've put them, and you kind of get an idea that they have been in sun, direct sun, they're in shade. They like a little bit of both. Okay, so this is starting to get a little yellow, and the critters will see that and they'll say lunch, and you just kind of, again, have to play this mouse game. You see it's getting yellow where the sun is hitting it. So the underneath part is very green. And just try to be patient with it. And once you put another one in the ground, this plant, you take this one off, you cut off the top, plunk it in the ground, you'll get another pineapple on the same plant. So like I said, they multiply. For it said there's male and female. Kind of don't know how to tell them apart, except here in the middle, the shoot will shoot straight up, or this one might be a little more open. You get my meaning. So anyway, you can do it. You can grow your own pineapples. So if you have any questions, I guess comment on this post. Thanks.